Hey guys, if you haven't already, be sure to go to LETSGETMADE.com and look for Masterclass. The Masterclass is finally ready to come out to the people. So I'm very excited about this because the Masterclass is based on information that I've had to learn the hard way with little to no resources, whether it's having you build your business, your brand, yourself as a person, whatever it may be. The Let's Get Made Masterclass is set to give you that good, direct, digestible information. Get on that list, and I hope to see you there. Thanks. All right, I got a few minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you this thing. This thing that we're going to talk about today is something that's coming up pretty soon. December's already here, and it's going pretty damn fast. But as we all know, at the end of this month, the very beginning of next month, you're going to talk about your New Year's resolutions. Now, some of y'all don't make New Year's resolutions. Some of you believe that New Year's resolutions is corny. And I can't say I don't blame you, because I'm one of those that believe if you know there's a problem, if there's something you want to do, something you want to achieve, something you want to change, and you knew this 2 months ago, then why are you waiting till today? Just because it's the first of the year? Well, it's all good. I like people that make goals. I like people that set things and achieve them. That's what I'm all about. So if by chance you are going to make New Year's resolutions, let me go ahead and help you to make it a better New Year's resolution, something that's a little more achievable and attainable. It makes freaking sense. All right, so number 5, I'm gonna say set stepping stones, not milestones. It's cool if you know the big picture, but only focus on 5 feet ahead in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good to know, say for example, you want to lose weight. This is something that's a very common New Year's resolution. Not to judge you or go after you if you are making that resolution, that's fine. But I would say don't make a resolution on, I want to lose 20 pounds, 10 pounds, 30 pounds, or whatever this year. Don't focus on it that way. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I know if I wanted to lose that kind of weight, I know people I could definitely talk to. I can holler at my man, Bodies by Tim Roberts. I can hit Tim up. I'm like, yo, Tim, hey man, listen, can you write me out a program that tells me about the macros I should take, that tells me about the foods I should eat, tells me about the workout I should even do. And Tim will put me on to the best workout there would be. But the problem is that I'm not in that mindset. My body has not done that workout. All right? I have not been eating those foods. I haven't been accustomed to doing it. So all of a sudden, I'm putting something on myself, right? That I'm trying to achieve, and it's might be just too big of a bite to take. Now, I'm not saying downplay it and make yourself be, like you can't get out there and make some moves and you can't achieve your goals. I'm not saying it. I'm saying instead of going after the big lofty goal of losing all that weight, set stepping stones. Cut out all that bullshit you're eating right now, right? Just stop eating the cakes, the donuts, the cookies, the Snickers bars. Stop drinking all the alcohol or whatever it might be. All those things are weighing. They're adding to what it is that you got to get taken care of, right? So instead of going ahead and focusing on, I'm going to go ahead and lose all this weight, oh man, this brings me to something else. I've seen this one a lot. The new one is, I'm going to run a marathon. Now, you ain't even ran to the mailbox, but you telling me you're going to run a full marathon? I don't know. That whole couch to 5K, couch to however many Ks is in a marathon, I don't know. But I'm not saying it can't be done. People have done it and that's cool. But I will tell you this, realistically speaking, why don't you just start a little bit different? Say, you know what? I'm going to go and walk to the end of the road. All right, number 4, I'm going to tell you, don't make relationship goals, right? Don't say I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to find my wife by the end of this year. Don't say I'm gonna actually go ahead and get engaged by the end of this year. Because when you make relationship goals, you're putting too much stress on something that is not only taking just you in account, but it's taking you and someone else. With relationship goals, there's far too many life factors that are involved. You got to think about too many things, man. You got to think about your money. You got to think about your health. You got to think about her health, her money. You got to think about your job. You got to think about anything else, the news, just things that are just around you that add to stress. And so you put that on top of yourself and trying to build a relationship, man, I don't know. It may or may not happen. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you right now, it ain't gonna be looking so good. Number 3, one of the things I'm gonna tell you not to do, please don't quit your job. I know right now you hate that job you got, right? You go in there, you clocking in, you're like, man, this thing again. I'm too through with this. I'm ready to bounce. The problem is you already know you don't have nothing good really to fall back on. That money right now that you get from that job, that's putting gas in your car. That's putting food on your table. That's putting clothes on your back. If you quit that job, what are you gonna do to take care of all that? Especially if you, and let's not say you married or got a kid or something, God forbid. Quitting a job, I don't know if that's a good move. You gotta think about it. A lot of times people say, oh nah, this time, you know, to make something happen right, I gotta go all in. I gotta go out there and show that I can achieve this goal. I can start my own business. Yeah, that sounds real good, right? But when you quit that job and you start going into your new thing, guess what? You're gonna find somewhere in there that you put in major work and you're not getting that much out of it to make a living. So a lot of times you're gonna quit that job and gotta go find 2 more jobs to be able to do that thing that you're trying to do. Instead of quitting your jobs, let me give you this one. Instead of quitting your job, focus on starting a project. Keep your job. Keep your job. But start the new project. Alright? So if you that thing you want to do, go ahead and do it after work. You got to actually make it so that when you at work, make it fuel you, right? Make it be like, man, I done spent 8 hours on this job today. I'm gonna make sure I give myself 2 hours tonight to do the thing that I got to do. Let it fuel your fire. Do the things that you hate at the job. Like, this is why I hate doing this thing. So I can turn around and do the thing that I love. All right, number 2, don't announce your resolution publicly. That's easier said than done. A lot of times people always ask you, what's your New Year's resolution? And you gotta feel like, oh, let me just tell you. Don't do that. Because the second you tell somebody, guess what, in your mind, you start thinking you already did it. You start thinking you already achieved that goal you're trying to get. And nothing could be worse than tricking yourself into thinking the job is already done, the mission is complete, when you ain't even started. There's something about, I don't know, there's something about, you know, when you take words and you put it in your mind and you say it and you tell it to other people, not only are you saying it, but you also want to feel like you've achieved whatever that goal is, right? And so a lot of times people say, oh man, that's a great goal. Yeah, you should do that. Or yeah, you know, I've been working on this. I'm like, yeah, well, I can see you making progress already. And you start thinking, yeah, okay. And next thing you know, guess what? You get less and less enthusiastic about that. If you got a goal, you ain't gotta necessarily write it down. You know what your goal is. Don't give yourself 10, 15 goals. Focus on 2. Focus on 3 goals. You know what I'm saying? Stick with that. My number 1 thing, when it comes to making better New Year's resolutions, the number 1 thing I would say is that it's better to take something out of your life than it is to put something in it. A lot of times people start thinking, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and do this new thing. I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna add more to my life. But if you really stop and think about it, it's probably plenty of things in your life right now that you don't need. And you actually need to take them out of your life so that you can move forward. There's things right now that are holding you back. To be honest with you, to be completely honest with you, these New Year's resolutions, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna run a marathon, I'm gonna find my wife, I'm gonna be the king of the world. Listen, they all sound good and dandy. But the problem is, the thing that really is holding you back is yourself. Until you find a way of removing that thing inside your life, that thing inside of you, no matter how much you give to the grind, no matter how much you get out there and hustle, no matter how much you get out there and sweat and bleed and try to make that thing come true, it won't happen. There you go. When it comes to making better New Year's resolutions, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. You already out there, you grinding, you gonna make things happen. This is definitely your year coming up. But keep it quiet. It's all about respecting the process and embracing the journey. It always has been about that. Let's Get Made can tell you that over and over again. But now, time is money. Money's time. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get on your grind. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, there we go. Get the magnet, right? Let me see. Oh, dude. Stop it. Stop it. Real life functionality.